Alright guys, with us recently entering the second phase of 3.0, we're now even closer to the big 3.1 update featuring the official banners for Aemeth and Luuk. So now the big question is, should you pull for these characters and what do we actually know about them? In this video, I'll be going over everything we know so far, including their official drip marketing, kit previews, and some early speculation on the characters to help determine the value between the two. And if you guys want to stay updated on everything Wuthering Waves, make sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on those notifications for weekly updates right here on the second channel. But alright, let's not waste any time and jump right into it. With a quick breakdown of both characters, I can start by mentioning that both characters do serve the purpose of a main DPS, but also have different playstyles. Aemeth is looking like a really powerful negative status main DPS with a mecha transformation, while Luuk on the other hand is another main DPS option that works with the tune break mechanic. The catch is that both characters do actually revolve around the new off-tune mechanic, making them especially valuable for the 3.0 content. But alright, let's get right into it. Starting with Aemeth, how much value is she expected to bring to your account, and should you actually pull for this character? Let's start with her basic information. Taking a look at her combat roles first, Aemeth kit leans heavily towards offensive power and negative statuses. She focuses on resistance liberation damage for the most part, and her negative status is going to be Fusion Burst, which actually received a huge buff not too long ago for the 2.8 version update. And of course, the exclusive tags tied to the character is going to be for the new 3.0 generation units. She's expected to respond to both Tune Rupture and Tune Strain as part of her kit. Aemeth uses a sword, and her element is Fusion, meaning she's a 5-star Fusion sword main DPS character. Now, if we go deeper on what Aemeth is all about, she's shaping up to be one of the strongest DPS characters we've seen heading into 3.1. Her main gimmick is fully embracing the negative status system and the new off-tune mechanics introduced in 3.0. Her kit heavily revolves around Fusion Burst damage, which is especially important since Fusion Burst was buffed and is expected to scale extremely well in upcoming content. The mechanic works by stacking Fusion Burst effects on enemies, and once those stacks reach a certain threshold, they detonate for massive fusion damage, making her a true burst-oriented carry. The effect does state, the more stacks you get, the more damage you do, and it can reach up to 10 stacks, which will then be very important to keep in mind later when we talk about her team options. But first, I can also mention she does benefit from both Tune Strain and Tune Rupture, which gives her incredible synergy with the current or even future 3.0 characters, which will also work around the new Tune Break mechanic, making her feel like a very future-proof character, and that always goes a very long way when deciding who to pull for. Now, in terms of role, everything points to Aemeth being a true main DPS with high field time, strong liberation damage potential, and top-tier scaling. She's not designed to flex into a sub-DPS role, she will be a true main DPS character. Now, for newer players or anyone looking for their next long-term carry, Aemeth is easily one of the most highest value pulls in 3.1, and on top of that, her mecha transformation and character design alone are more than enough reason for many players to pull for this character. Now, last thing for this character is her team synergies at launch. One of her best partner is going to be Chissa. Going back to the negative statuses, Chissa will be her best in slot support, as she is a dedicated negative status support and helps Aemeth apply Fusion Burst stacks more efficiently, especially to reach that 10 stack threshold. And for the sub DPS slot, you can also put Lunite, as Lunite is an excellent option. Her value just keeps increasing thanks to the massive universal buff her kit provides, strong liberation damage implication, and excellent off-field value without stealing much field time, and she's basically a perfect sub DPS for a main DPS like Lunite. If you don't have Lunite, Showkeeper remains a strong option, and I can also mention another character that could fit perfectly alongside Aemeth, which is Moni, who releases in the second phase of 3.0. She can also work as a really good option. And since Aemeth is Fusion, she should also be able to slot into mono Fusion teams. Overall, and if you need pulls for the hype Wuthering Waves banners and you're about to spend some Lunite, make sure to check out LD Shop first. LD Shop offers up to 40% off Wuthering Waves and a ton of other gacha game top-ups. For example, I got the Lunite subscription less than $4, instead of the in-game price of $5, and the savings are even better on bigger packs. I managed to get the 6,480 Lunite pack discounted to $76 instead of the in-game price of $100. It's also very safe and reliable since LD Shop supports self-top-up, meaning you log in and top up yourself. Plus, LD Shop is very trusted with excellent reviews on the Trustpilot website. And here's the best part, new users even get a 15% off coupon, plus a extra 5% off when you use my special link. First time top-up bonuses are also available, so you can save even more. If you're planning to pull on wuwa banners, check out LD Shop using my link in the description and pinned comment down below. Alright, now let's briefly talk about Luuk. Luuk is confirmed for the second phase of 3.1, releasing as a Spectral Gauntlet main DPS. But he fills a very different niche compared to Aemeth, which is good. His combat roles confirms that he scales heavily with basic attack damage, and the good news is that we can already start pre-farming for his Echo set, as his kit lines up perfectly with the Gilded Revelation Echo set, which focuses on basic attack damage. Knowing how Kuro operates, it's very likely they make Luuk as strong as Aemeth. She clearly the headlining character of this patch, but still, Luuk instead looks like a more straightforward DPS that doesn't rely on negative status mechanics, which does offer more room when putting this character on many different teams. Now, one key thing to note is that we think he can apply Toon Strain, which makes him more self-sufficient and less reliant on specific teammates. That alone adds a lot of value, especially for newer players with limited options. Now, regarding his teams, Luuk has strong synergy with the earlier 3.0 characters such as Mornier and Lunite, but for a free-to-play option, a really good option is Senwa. Fits him perfectly, as one, she's a free 4-star character, and on top of that, she also provides one of the strongest basic attack damage buffs in the entire game, so her as a sub DPS to help Luuk out is going to be really good. Now this makes Luuk team a very low investment at the start, similar to the Lunite and Mornier synergy. We also think that Luuk applies Toon Strain, so this means that Mornier can provide her full buffs, making that pairing especially strong. So a good team would be, you can do Luuk as the main DPS, Senwa sub DPS, and then Mornier as the support. But if you don't have Mornier and plan on pull for this character, you can still use universal supports such as Shorekeeper or Verena, and they'll work perfectly fine. Overall, Luuk looks easy to build, his Echo set is already available, he has a free-to-play teammate, and as a 3.1 DPS, his damage should still be very respectable. So now to end things off, let's go back to the big question, who should you pull for the 3.1 update? If you're looking for the highest long-term value, both in damage and team synergy, Aemeth is the clear priority. She's extremely future-proof and built around mechanics that will stay relevant. Luuk, on the other hand, is still a good pull if you're looking for a Spectral main DPS, you want a easier character to build, you prefer low investment teams, you want to pair him up with Senwa to not pull for another 5-star character, and especially, another big reason is his design and the fact that he's the only male character in the entire Settlement lineup. Both characters look quite strong, but at the end of the day, you should always pull for who you think you'll enjoy the most, especially for playing the character itself and off character design, but just for those wondering about the account value. So I hope this breakdown helped, and if you did enjoy the video, make sure to like the video, subscribe to turn on those notifications. For now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.